Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy Heroes. This is Grand Arena, the second match, second week, season 63, and last round was a loss, but it was in play, and I was pretty happy about that because this was a 9GL player with a pretty crazy roster, although bad mods. So there was a path forward. We did get some holds, and it was in a situation where I don't really think we could have won had I even played things differently. I only think I could have made up maybe 25 of those banners. It still would have, he still would have won, but he also didn't play until the final hour, so I kind of thought he wasn't going to play, and then he kind of showed up in the middle of my record, watching him kind of clear things out in those closing minutes. We got holds up here in the front with Leia and the Han Kron and the Inquisitors. I don't even remember what they had on that. We'll check it out in a moment. And everything else was one shot. He had a really strong roster and a pretty weak defense, although there was one surprise. I did not take this Zerg team seriously. I felt like my standard Zerg counters were going to work. I left it for last, and it created some huge problems. You can go check out that video for like what it took down. It was something that had I prepared for, we would have had no problem with, but I took it for granted, and it caught me. But that's not the reason we lost the match. After like 3 losses, like it's the same amount of banners. But this match is going to be much more in play because my opponent here, Sealoth Aerobar. This is one of the closest matches in terms of GP that I think I've ever had. This is a 3,000 GP difference. 35 Zeta difference. I, of course, have the advantage. I usually am one of the stronger Zetas, not that it matters too much at this stage. Omicrons, I've got 17 more. In terms of this bracket, I am in third. There's 2 accounts that have 50 and 55. GLs, this is an 8GL player with the relics. He's got a little under 50 more relics than me. The tier total at 1391 solid. I am by far the lowest at 1201. Everyone's 1300 or higher. So everyone at a minimum has 170 more Zetas, more relic tiers than me. And these tiers, you can see he has a bunch concentrated at tier 5. We're close on tier 7s. Tier 8s, I have an advantage. And then tier 9, we're tied. He also has some tier 6s. And so most of his relics are that tier 3, tier 5 range. So it's actually okay. This is the kind of matchup where I should find a way through. In terms of the mods, healthy amount of mods, but weak. Top 25 is okay at 25.6, but 16 is the lowest in the bracket, whereas I am in the middle. There's some well-modded accounts here in the 20 ranges, but I have double the 25 plus, over double the 20s, and the 15s double. So significant mod advantages. Datacrons, he is participating at a very respectable level. Only one account in this bracket is really just disengaged with relics. The GL he does not have is Lord Vader, so he does have... Man, did I make that change? Did I remember to take dash off of defense? I think I did. We might try that Sana dash BAM thing that's been going around that people have been having success at, because otherwise I'm going to have some problems with Leia if they're both on defense. That's something we didn't face last round where my opponent also had Ahsoka, and that would be much more difficult for me to counter because I only got 1 C-Bane. Now looking at the rest of this, relic 8s, 7s, 9s spread out. With his Amis, we got a triple Melgus, Radis, Iden, single Star Killer, nothing on Dash. We got Wampa, Savage, Treya, nothing on Afra, Qui-Gon, Swallow, no Zori, single Iden, Krex, triple Malicos, no Drogon, single Baudelaire, double Bane, nothing on Jar Jar, and double Cadme. His Echo's not great, or not being worked on. Everything else here is fine. We do have Kelkestis at 300 exactly. We'll take a look out for him in a moment. The fleet looks fine. Now taking a look here at the quality of his modding, I expect it to be mediocre. So organizing this, we got Karth, we got Dash, Drogon. There's Cal. That's super shallow. And Grief is his last one at 300. Morgan's at 298. So that puts him at 21. So I've got over the double 300 speed characters. That's probably going to be pretty meaningful. This is one of the slower accounts we've faced. So let's take a look here. He has not gone yet. I made minor changes, I think. Okay, yeah, so I did take Dash off. I put Nest as a lead. See what would happen. I don't expect much, but I didn't really feel like I had an alternative that I was happy with. The rest of this, we've been... Oh, and I did put on defense this Zerg team that I had trouble with. Probably just because it was late in the match and I didn't have a prepared counter, but maybe we can get an opponent caught into a similar position. Because Enoch in 3v3, I guess in terms of a Jabba cleanup, that's quite valuable. And then we've got Leia, third, Great Mother, Jabba, Jar Jar, none of that's changed. And then this back wall here, no changes. And Fleet, stay away from the wires. Now with his defense, Krex, Iden, we have the Mission and Darth Revan Kron. So that is the first time we're facing it, so we're going to be a little careful there. This Mission Kron, though, as I recall, doesn't do much for this battle. And she's going to die right away anyway, so it really doesn't matter. Then we got Mon Mothma, Dash. Does he have evasion? He does have evasion, so we got to plan that out. This Katarn. This should be good. Interesting. Could be good. So a couple things we need to be careful about. And we are looking at Cadme, Great Mother, the Leia. Okay. I really wish Ahsoka was on the front wall, because then I could test out the other thing. He's got a lot of tricky stuff. Okay. I think... we'll start here. We can just Star Killer this, right? So we got Fulcrum. No, she's going to take a bonus. She's going to be constantly taking bonus turns. Man, I really don't want to use Malicos, but we might have to. We can't mess with it. We're just using Sir Junda. We don't really have alternatives depending on how this plays out. He has made changes to his defense from last week. Minor changes. Like, for instance, last week, this squad had Cal Kestis. So that is going to make it harder. Because with Cal, we could have just used Star Killer. Or the Palpatine Star Killer. Now, we should have some... it's really only going to be triggered barely any. I guess we'll take it. It's minor. Let's jump full screen. Get started. Okay. It is late. This is one of those days where I just, for whatever reason, didn't feel like doing this. Okay, let's... so I just kept putting it off and putting it off. Some days, like, I'm just, like, as soon as it starts, I want to go. And other days, I just don't feel like it. Okay, so that worked out okay. Okay, triggered. Good. But she is going to take a turn every time we do something. Which is actually good because it means her damage immunity comes right off. Okay. Let's chuck it. Let's take her off the board. Don't have to worry about that anymore. Awesome. I wonder if that actually just made it easier. I mean, it did make it easier, but... alright. Can I... okay. How am I on every... oh, I gotta fix the audio. Forgot to turn it back on. Okay, so Jabba... this is just... it's gotta be Seabane. Unless... do I want to... I don't trust my SLKR yet. You know what we should do? I need to look at his Jabba. Oh, it looks like I need to resize this stuff. This is too big for this screen. Okay, where's his Jabba? Does he have a good cartel cron? And he does. That's the one I would have. Okay. Do I think that's going to mess with JMK or not? Like, do I need to use SOKR here? Feels like that's a no. Alright, do I want to risk first order here? It's... let's check the Rebel Cron. Attack out of turn, remove turn meter. Okay. Extra health and protection. He's gonna be slow. But it's not like my mods are great on this team. But it does have a high win rate. I think we're going to do it. If we're going to test this, we should do it up against somebody with poor modding. Because what this does is if Ahsoka is on the back wall, then we can have C-Bane in case that other thing doesn't work. I think we'll still test that other thing. Alright, let me see. Unaligned force users. I will use the bonus turn here. I don't even know how to use this squad yet. I should probably watch a video, but I'm not. Okay. Yeah, let's stun Drogon. I'm gonna do this one first, because I'm pretty sure that's what I've decided on. AoE. Okay. Now, attack again. First order, retaliate. Okay. That didn't do anything. Alright, we'll stun. Basic. Alright, let's just take him out. Alright, so you're gone. Siphon. Alright, this is feeling pretty idiot-proof, which is good. Because this is my worst good team. Ultimate. I guess the problem here is I would have used this on Jabba otherwise. And now we're not using it on Jabba. So I need JMK to work. Okay. So let's get to it then. I'm also looking at his history. I'm going to win this almost like 90%. He barely plays 3v3. I'm feeling pretty confident here. Alright, we do have a cat cron, not that this does anything. Alright, we'll play this standard. Reset the cooldowns and damage immunity. Take a few hits. There's way more thermal stuff going on that I am concerned about. Alright, we take out Chrysanthemum and we start charging the alt. Alright, taking some hits. But they're slower. Slightly. Those fast bosses, they just rip you. They can rip this team apart. Okay. Awesome. She's gone. That gets rid of a major annoyance. Alright. Let us... you know what, we can call an assist now. Let's do this healing immunity. Start working on Jabba. I'm going to basic. I'm just going to use the alt. Okay. First armor shred. It's only a relic 7 Jabba. Alright, reset the cooldown. Second shred. Get a healing immunity on there next to make everything more effective. It's just, I'm feeling no difference. I wonder if the Kron's just gonna feel more like a thing in 5v5 when you have like a level 9 character to pair with it. Because that made no impression. Which is good. So far, we're going with a path, doing things that we haven't done before or too often. Like that Leia was new. Alright, looks like we can do my Saw counter here, no problem. Let's see, Rebel Fighters, Saw, Luthen, Chirrut. Like it did not work last round. Oh, Rebels. Okay. I forget where. I think I'm fully ready for Ahsoka other than shards. I think in terms of signal data, I'm ready. Gear, I'm ready. Which means we're getting closer to a point where I can start throwing signal data on other squads, doing some of the luxury projects again. Okay, let's hit that stagger. So staggers are hit. Okay, pause off the board. Now it'll be easy. Not that this was really in question. This only becomes risky at Relic 9. Which tracked over on the Discord, the two of us have been testing and exploring this because the more consistent this counter is, that's just a huge help to just opening up options and strategy, because otherwise you can throw this team on defense, but it doesn't have like a major use. But with how frequently we're seeing Cadme, this having a cheapish counter, that's invaluable. All right. Now, Great Mother, I can never remember what I use up against Great Mother. Like, what did I use last time? I think I just keep constantly changing my counter. Because I sometimes use JMK, sometimes I use Balin, but Balin failed for me, I think, last week. And I kind of need to use Balin elsewhere if I can. Baudelaire a counter. Oh, you know what? I think I explored Sith Empire last round, didn't I? So I could do Darth Revan, Bastila, Trooper, and then keep No, I used Malak last. Is this what I did last round? I know I split up my Melgus and Darth Revan. I just trying to remember exactly why. Do I want to use Malak? I guess it depends what I want to use Melgus with. The other thing we can do is Baudelaire, but the thing that I thought was weird with Baudelaire was the win rate is better with the other versions of this squad. Like if you put in Judge Death or Marin, it has like a 94% win rate. But with Spirit, it has a 90% win rate. Now, it's probably with like faster modding, although his Morgan I think was like 298. She's not poorly modded by any means. Alright, what do we want to do? I think I want turn meter. Maybe one without. Maybe I want the stats. You know what? We're going to take this. I'm going to take the stats. So we get some extra offense with it. Okay. Let's do it. I don't know how I feel about that. So I guess this needs to be, do I just need to be way faster? No, she's going to take those turns anyway, because she gets those at the start of the battle. Alright, we hit staggers. Hit the shocks. Death mark. Okay. Let's drop a fear. Because she's still blessed. And I'm still doomed. Alright. Okay. Alright, so everything worked as intended. I'm glad I brought in the Sith Empire troopers for the pre-taunt. That could have been a mistake with Malik. There she is. That's what I thought. That's what I was expecting. Alright, Ahsoka. Let's try this thing. I actually don't think this might not... We're going to do it anyway, because I've got the wiggle room to do it, but I don't think this is going to do much for me. Alright, so we got Bam dash Sana. It was the Sana Kron, right? But I haven't watched a video on this. I just participating in conversations about it, so I know it's a thing. We're gonna go in blind and do it. I know a lot of it depends on debuffs. I have the right abilities, I believe. Unless I wasn't supposed to use the Sonicron. Okay. So we're going to recover, dispel all debuffs, or inflict tenacity. I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. Alright, so whenever she gains turn meter, all off and stacking target lock. I don't have the time to read through all this. It seems like I want to do this. No, we want to do the other one. I should have watched the video. We did the wrong one. And now we have ability block. And we're dying. Well, maybe we'll get another chance to try this out. But we have Seabane. I'm glad I saved Seabane just for this. And that is why you gotta do your homework and study stuff. Alright, so we got turn meter. Make sure we're doing the right characters. Alright. We got foresight. Oh, it's okay, whatever. It's Link, Huyang, and maybe I should have done Ahsoka, because we can't take Exile out with it. But this is what we did last round when we faced her. Okay. But you know what? Now I'm just realizing that I forgot to do this a while ago. Audio back. Alright. We've got our alt. Warm up this tea. Okay, blow up Huyang. What? Oh, because it's the instant defeat immunity. Is that what? How? Fine. All right. So there's clearly some mechanics that I need to understand better. Because when I've done this in the past, the instant defeat was just off. So I didn't realize I just had the right RNG, so I was fine. I didn't think about it. Like it's fine. But it's something I need to be aware of in the future. That's just auto. Alright, what do we have nonsense to cover? I still need to finish the latest episode of Invincible. I watched half of it. And it was great. This has been a really strong season. Really, really happy. Because season 2, it wasn't bad. I didn't care. I even got to the last episode, and I didn't watch it for like 6 months. I just didn't care enough to do it. And nothing was bad about it. I don't know. Just was not invested. I know I've talked about this before, but it's on the brain. I have not watched Born Again yet. That is definitely going to be happening this week. And by the time we do the 3rd video in this series, we will have addressed it. I'll be watching it this weekend. But it's been a busy start to the year. I had less time than I wanted, or thought I would have. Okay, so we're taking those hits. Alright. Ahsoka down. Then we got Stormtrooper Han with Sana. That's nothing. What did I do up against? Oh, it's no Ami. Who cares? I did something though last round that was easy. This is a nonsense team for Zerg. Okay. Let's go up top where things are more serious. I think we're fine. Okay, so we're gonna do... Oh, we still have a GL. Alright, we are doing my Keller encounter here. I think I just want like turn meter. There's nope, not that. We don't have a cron for it. We'll just take this, I guess. We don't even need it. Alright, so 5s, calling the assist. Seems like a decently modded one. They're taking turns pretty rapidly. Okay. This 5's taking some work. Alright, second armor shred. What's going on here? Perfect. This is why I like this counter. This counter worked way better though when Cam could still taunt. I have lost with it once or twice since they made that change with the raid. Okay, down. Awesome. The time that I lost, they just were way more focused on Qui-Gon. And this time you could see their attacks were a little more spread out. Awesome. I think next we're going to handle this. We do have a GL, but I really don't want to use a GL up against it. No, which... I know Balin works, though. I think I'm just going to do Balin. What kind of Merc-Cron can we give you? Yeah, old Bam's gone. Let's just take this one. Although... we're going to take this. I'd rather have the level 6. Because there's Soldier of Fortune mechanics and everything. Even though this probably was going to work regardless, so it may have been more interesting to save the Calcestis for Calcestis. Does this dispel? Yeah, she does. Alright, let's do it. Or she I need more stacks. I mean, we won. Still. Alright, dash Mon... What was I going to do with Mon Mothma? I had a plan for this that I've already forgotten. Is this where I was going to use Melgus? Probably. Let me think about this. So if we did Melgus here... Iden... What kind of Trooper Crown do we have? Grit... Gas hasn't really been working with that. So dash. They have all this stupid evasion. Well, you know what? There's something I wanted to try here. This might be crazy, but we're gonna do it. I want to try JTR Swallow. Unaligned force. Oh, you know what would have been great? Bonus turns. We'll take it. Now there is a risk with dash having some like they have AOE's, they have stuff. They already triggered. They trigger that so fast. Alright, let's go 1 speed. It's a Nest Cron. Let's blow up Nest. We didn't quite get there. Okay. Now normally I want to stealth Swallow, but Swallow's already hit the yellow. So we gotta do it like this. Stun dash. Dash is really the threat here. Maybe we'll just take out dash. And then worry about nest. Maybe we get lucky with a stun. Oh my god, do you not have tenacity on your nest? Awesome. This is exactly what I thought. Maybe not exactly, they were pretty fast. But I knew the Nest Cron was not going to be a concern up against this team. Up against Swallow. Awesome. Okay. So here, let's see. You know what? I'm going to try Radis. Radis did not work for me last round, but I think it's because of that opponent. I think this opponent, it's going to work. Turn meter. Critical hit, offense stack. I think I'd rather try this. Anything to be faster. Yeah, this is kind of how last round went. But he has days. Do the attack. Let's go with the dispel. That was dumb. I should have thought about the retribution. Alright. This is also what happened last round. I'm not going to do gas up against it. What have I been doing that works? Is this where I did Melgus? You know what? I've got Mandos. Let's just knock it out and not worry about it. They're not mercenaries. They're not anything. Maybe. Let's do that. There's enough debuffs to make this worth it. Alright, Paz takes the hits. Let us start getting our attacks in. Awesome. One mass assist in there down. This dispels, right? That's what I thought. Okay. Okay. Let's... I should have done the other one. Awesome. We're good. Now, we might just use JML up against Mon Mothma, but I think I'm going to save that for last. I gotta look at this. Okay, we can Malik this. None of this matters. Gain a buff. Don't care, don't care. Let's just turn meter. Oh, why am I doing that? I should go after Shakti. I haven't done this in forever. I haven't seen Shakti in feels like years at this point. Okay. This should do it. Nah, not quite. Alright, auto. Now those rest of these teams. We got JML, we have Afra. We can split the Jedi up into two teams. Like we can do a Jedi Knight Luke lead for one of them. Pretty easily. So we have at least 3 teams. What am I forgetting? Did we use Melgus yet? So probably 4 teams, actually. And actually, without the Ami, it's just the Chieftain here. I just need to shut down the... Or it's just the Warrior Crown. I just need to shut down Chieftain. And I think this is all over. Let's do this. We'll mark Chieftain right away. Yeah, we'll do Foresight. Feed turn meter over to Yoda. Okay. Alright, so they had a little bit of momentum there. Let us swap. I'll take the bonus turn. Swap. Not swap, but strategic advantage. Okay. Now we'll take out the Shaman, because Shaman's not going to have too many effects from the Kron. Okay, free turn. Awesome. Okay. Swap with Jolie because he has more turn meter. Feed turn meter to Yoda. And it's over. Okay, and it retains a good squad. Let's just do Afra. We had a BT Crons right here. This team makes no sense, so we shouldn't have any issues. Alright, so AoE, hit Gideon again, bonus turn. Alright, over. Now we'll do JML up against the Luthen. And do we have another team? Or do I want to test something? What do we want to do? So it is Sana. We got JML. We already used some of those Kron. We can still let's just use Melgus and be done with it. We'll just take all those stats, whatever. Okay, we're just going to drop this on Sana. This team's not a good defensive team without proper Krons, and the Stormtrooper Han Kron is not a proper Kron. The Sana Kron's a proper Kron. Do I not have a Dispel, though? Am I going to have to work my way through Han because of this? Not that it's taking us long or anything, but it's... Alright. We could have done anything up against that. We could have done Nest. No, Nest is on defense. Okay. Alright, let's just knock this out with JML and move on. So have we one-shot everything except for the one testing we did with Ahsoka? Oh, Iden. Okay, so Iden was the only other time. And that's really the only one that shouldn't have happened. Alright. Light side, whatever at this stage. Just take it. Alright. AoE. You guys are taking a lot of turns. What does Kron even do? I'll wait until they're done attacking before I check. It's a lot of attacks. Okay, so he's the only one getting that, so whatever. Inflicts a debuff. He's recovering. Okay. Whatever. Let's just drop an armor shred. Start making these guys a little bit more vulnerable. Okay, I should have called in Luke. It doesn't matter. Okay. Alright, we're to the armor. Ooh, did not expect that to happen. Okay, let's get the fleet. Malevolence. Okay, how do I want to play this? Not Malevolence. Oh, it's Leviathan. I don't know what I was thinking there. Okay, so I need to play this a certain way. It is a weaker one of those. I feel like I need to do the Leviathan mirror because last time I tried to do the profundity. The wrong thing came out. And you know what? This is what we're gonna do. I think I can do. We can do the scythe thing. Right? What are those? Is it like the same thing? Okay. This doesn't always work, but this is a weaker one. Although I think it works better up against the Houndstooth versions. It's about the same. Okay, so let's say this goes wrong. Then I'm doing Leviathan, Profundity. The problem... What? Because punishing one... Not punishing one. The endurance is on defense. I think I just need to take the endurance off of defense. I feel like gambling with this. Because if this doesn't even need a win. It just needs to take out the punishing one. Oh, this isn't the right... Or no, this is the right fleet. Okay. Drop the target lock. Okay. We will bring out the defender and we shall stun the Razor Crest. Dispel all of that. Okay. Let's go with the attack. Awesome. Okay. Heal up. Target lock. Can we get ability block? Would be helpful. Alright, now they've got the Houndstooth. And we can stun it. Can't land target lock right now, but we don't really have a choice. Okay. We're bringing out the Interceptor, although the Gauntlet is tempting. Okay. Scythe is gone. Alright, remove the turn meter and add an ability block. Alright, we get offense up. We are marked, though, on the defender, which is no good. And now they have their payout. This is bad. Oh! I thought we were going to get the Houndstooth. Okay. We're going to keep going. I'm going to throw in the finalizer. Because at this stage, I think we can do it. Right. Don't I want... I forget this. Do I have a preset for this? I'm trying to remember if I want the Ebon Hawk. And, like, I can't... My ability to remember things. Like, I no longer remember this counter. Partly because I didn't do it very much. Let's just go in. I didn't do it very much because I didn't get SLKR until 4 or 5 months ago. So I never used this counter. Okay, well that's no good. Alright, let's do this. Can we just take out the Houndstooth? Yes. Okay, that's all I wanted. Alright, now you're hunted. Let's feed it a little turn meat. I'm dead. Alright. We'll just do whatever damage we can do, but we'll need another thing to clean this up. I should just be attacking Cad Bane or something, because we're not taking out the Razor Crest, it's going to be healed. It's fine. Okay, but it is a triple attacker, which... That's actually interesting. Like, it's not going to have reinforcements that matter, but it's not like that can't still hurt me. Let's cross that bridge when we get there. Let's just do mirrors. Okay. Hopefully this doesn't mess up. Like, did I post the video last week? His scimitar came out first and messed up everything, which I really should fix my slots. Okay. He's way faster. Well, maybe not way faster, but he is faster. Okay, so you've done that, which is fine. His Leviathan fleet. Like, my fleet arena does not go like this. Alright, let's bring out the scimitar. Blow up, that's fine. Heal a bit. Now let's see what he brings out. But okay, so he brings out the assassin. Okay. Now Mark 6. He will reinforce, or actually no, I will be getting to my ultimate before he reinforces, it looks like. Alright. And it's over. Okay. Now we'll do the profundity, and this time I am not going to forget to bring in my bomber, just in case things go wrong, which they did last week. I forgot to bring in the bomber into one match. Did I forget? Maybe I didn't post that video. But last week I forgot to bring in the bomber, and I had one of these mirrors where I just got terrible RNG. And even though I took out his outrider, I couldn't get to my ultimate before he took out mine. It just went very poorly. Okay, his Y is gone. It's probably going to take out... Okay, no, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. Yeah, this is going to be a match where I don't need... Maybe I do need the bomber. It was feeling like I wouldn't, but maybe we will. Yeah, I think we do. What are you guys doing? Yep. No! Oh my god, that's irritating. I should have just brought up the bomber. We're not clearing this guy because of that decision. Because he's going to get to his ultimate. Like, I can't stop him from getting to the ultimate. It doesn't matter. Okay. I'm going to take the hit. We've got this moment where maybe I can also hurt his Falcon. This is kind of what happened last week, except I didn't have the bomber. And in the cleanups, I couldn't take out his Falcon. It was in a major pain. Debuffed enemy. Do that. We'll do it. I'm gonna basic. Alright, bomber's gone. He was a helpful friend. Let's take our turn meter. Awesome. Terrible. We're gonna wobble. You know what? I'm gonna take a bonus turn. I'm gonna AoE. Guess not. So irritating. Okay, fine. I should have brought. I need to not act like that anymore. If I just brought out the bomber, it would have been fine. It would have been completely fine. And now I have 2 fleets to clear that are pretty good with junk. We have to do Radis here. And he still has Slave 1. Alright. Terrible start. This is all Gear 12 pilots, by the way. I'm just hoping we get to the comeuppance, and we're not. There's no way. Okay, it's over. Yup. We couldn't do that up against the Profundity because the Falcon would rip that apart. What do I have for Empire ships? Nothing, right? Yeah. We don't have a fleet left. We'll throw our junk, like... I think we need to take a look at our mods and make sure we got more 6-dot mods and stuff on some of these guys, because his fleet, it just felt a little different, and we felt significantly less. But I'm also learning that I can't mess around with this counter. Remove AoE, remove 50% terminated from target if home 1 is the inflict daze and target lock. Let's do that. Didn't do anything because I can't. Okay. Terrible. Alright, let's bring out the Phantom. Don't you dare attack it. Alright. Alright, so we got Wedge. We might be able to take out the Profundity then, and at least just are down to 1 fleet, which is somewhat acceptable. But still, just taking out the Falcon is going to be a pain with the junk that we have left. Like, we need to be able to put out enough damage to get through its recovery. And right now, that is not feeling good. Especially because Wedge was their best option there. Like, who cares about these abilities? See right there. Okay. The junk that we have left, as long as we can get to like the Chimera, we'd be able to take it out. Or the Chimera's ultimate. We do have the endurance. Oh, it's not that I don't have the endurance. It's I don't have any ships for the endurance. Oh, I misspoke. All right. Hopefully we take it out before the ultimate, but it might just take living long enough to get to the ultimate. And maybe I should have put down a beefier front line. I guess let's do the Evan Hawk. Okay. Maybe Consular would be good with a assist to just get another attack out there. I'm gonna go with a double hit. You can just see how much problems just this Falcon is causing. There we go. Okay, next turn would have been the ultimate too. Okay, fine. Super ugly, but we got through most of it. I don't expect him to play. We'll throw in a proper ending to this in the morning when we see what he does. But I feel pretty confident that I'll just show you what I'm talking about with his roster, or his history. Like, here's his history. Last week, cleared a territory or two most matches. You can even see in 5v5 he plays a healthy amount, but most 3v3 his participation is very poor. Like, never full clears. Seems to be a 3v3 hater. That's why I feel like this is a likely win. And it's a win. Looking at the Grand Arena history, is basically exactly what happened. But he participated less than what his history indicated. He threw in a character, lost the battle, and we win. But it's an important win because we did go 1-2 last week, and we already dropped a battle this week. So we need to win these two matches here, and we need to go 2-1 next week to finish the season with a winning record at 5-4. So we will be taking this final matchup very seriously, and right now we're going to shift over to working on some kit reveal videos because we'll have the Crosshair one for Monday, and we will have Jocasta's news coming out fairly soon, and my latest roster update. So thank you for watching. Be nice to each other, everybody. This is Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes.